Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Move the team. I don't think you got it, sir. One pass. Check Mike 45. Yes. You just warm up. 45, Mike, 45. Let's get it together, defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Take four.
Allen off the play fake. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Got it. Deuce. Check.
Now it's Carson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
QB's trash. Let's go.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Hey. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Two times. We got four. Watch twist. One left.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Mike spot.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
At the 17-yard line.
Quiet, 90. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Here's Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing is Allen on third. And it's complete. Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike. Mike, 5-4. Hey, they scared.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Right there, 54 miles.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
18.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Listen. Check, 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I can't believe we let you play.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he locates Walker, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On first and 10, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a three-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On play action, Allen. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 82 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Pull it together. Slam, slam, slam. One flip. SOS.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To the air, Allen. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Touch 50, touch 50. 14. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, we got Delta.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Check. 40. I got it. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. You can't block me. Trump. Hey, check mic 45. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 45, Mike, 45.
Now Wilson on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 85 yards as they are able to cut into that lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, D. Check 52.
Freeman again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. Allen now looks to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Shift.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
14. Defense on deck. 45's the mic. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, check Mike 45. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Wilson to throw again. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Joker. That's it.
On 3rd down. It's Carson, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike, 40. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. 45's the mic. Yeah. Alert. Check 45's the mic. You don't want none, baby.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Returnable for Lockett. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 45. 45, Mike. 45. I'm here all day.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go. 45 to the mic. Watch the slant. Check 45 to mic. Check 45 to mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Wilson. And Walker has it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch around. Go.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Check your hot read. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Check 24. Check 24. Switch. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.